Good morning, students. I hope all of you are fine and staying at home. Now let's start for the next topic, that is our international business, right? So, regarding international business, first of all, I will let you explain the meaning and the type of the international trade or international business, right? So, all of you know very well the international business is a business in which business activity takes place between two countries, and an individual cannot fulfill all his requirements by his own resources, so he has to exchange the goods and services with other individuals. In the same manner, the country cannot fulfill all his requirement by its own resources. In certain cases it has to depend on other countries. So this dependence of one country upon another is the mainly due to odd distribution of natural resources. Any country can produce any product only as per the natural resources available in the country. So, the products produced in this manner are first consumed internally in a country, and excess and the surplus product that is sold to the other country. For example, you may take the rice and the wheat are producing in India. After consuming our needs, then we export them in the another country. So in this way the balance between the demand and supply is done, and this business taking place between two countries is called international business, right? So this is the concept of, I will let you, the international business. So students, international business is generally divided into three parts. First, import, export and interport. Import, when we are purchasing goods from another country, that is called import, and we are selling goods to another country, it is called export. And the interport is the third business in which one country purchases goods from another country and send to the third one country, in which import and exports both are involved, right? So that is called entrepot. So in this way we may classify the international trade into these three parts, right? So students, let's do the features of the international business or nature of international business. First of all, when we talk about the international business, I will let you clear that it involves two countries, right? Two countries means two different countries, and international business is possible only when there is a business transaction between two countries, and two countries are required to make international business meaningful and successful. And the second point is payment in foreign currency. Whenever we do the business with another country, naturally we have to pay in their currency, and every country has its own different currency, and arranging foreign currency is the one of the most important feature of the international business. And third point is legal procedure. As the inter business is totally governed by the government. So first of all we have to take approval from the government, like we have to make a license also, and we need to even renew the license from time to time for export and import of the goods, and we have to take the permission for the export or import of the goods. So there is a legal procedure that we have to must follow. After that, restrictions are there. There are so many restrictions though, and so many bases that we have to follow while doing the international business. And the next fifth point is the high risk. In household business there is comparatively less risk, but international business involve more risk, as the parties are from the different countries, and on the way there may be we are going through the air and ship, the glacier, waves, climate, environment, weather. There may be any problem during the travel, so there is comparatively high risk in case of international business. After that, there is a different language. Whenever we do the international business, the two countries involved and different countries have different language. So it is compulsory for a successful businessman to know the language of the different nations in which he wants to do the business, right? And knowledge of the international language plays a very important role in the success of the business, right? And in this way there are so many bases. One more point is there, many bases which help to make this business possible, like unequal distribution of natural resources. I have already discussed with you. हमें international business क्यों करना पड़ता है? The reason behind is there are so many natural resources which are not available in our country. For that product we have to depend on another country. In the same manner, the other countries has to depend on our country for some natural resources which are in large quantity in our country. So in this way there are so many bases. Unequal distribution may be the reason, and so we have to take the help of the another countries. So these are the features of international business or international trade, right? Now let's discuss about the benefits of the international business or importance of the international business. So when we are talk about the importance of the businessman, then we will divide the importance of the international business into two parts. The one part is the benefits of international business to nations, and second part is benefits of international business to firms. So first of all we will discuss the benefits of international business to nations. So first of all, earning of foreign exchange, and this means we can earn foreign currency by doing foreign business or international business, and this can be earned by exporting the goods, like we can also gain more gold and silver can be procured, and the more of the foreign exchange with the country, the more well off that country will be, वो ज़्यादा strong हो जाएगी. And secondly, the efficient use of the resources. Due to international business, the maximum utilization of resources is possible, because every producer produce only those products which give him maximum profit. And in this way the process is not only beneficial to an individual producer but also to country, क्योंकि ऐसा करके वो उस प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी को भी यूज़ करेगा जो उसको अपनी कंट्री के लिए नहीं चाहिए बल्कि बाहर के लिए भी चाहिए, तो ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी यूज़ करेगा, एंड ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन करने से पर यूनिट कॉस्ट भी कम हो जाएगी, एंड द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द स्पेशलाइजेशन कैन आल्सो बी अचीव्ड, and economies of scale as well as, right? So in this way we can make better use of resources with the country. And the third benefit is improving growth prospects and employment potentials. And with the help of international business, new machinery, new material, modern techniques can be taken from the another countries for the purpose of industrialization, and which also helps in the growth and providing employment to the people. You may see that Singapore, South Korea and China are the star performer on the world map. That is the reason. And the fourth one is the increases the standard of living. The business makes the better goods produced in other countries available for the consumption, and the people of the other countries enjoy a higher standard of living, because for the purpose of exporting goods we will improve the quality of the product as well, because we have to face tough competition there on the international level. That is why we improve the quality of the product, right? So in this way these are the benefits of international business to nations or different countries. You may see that those countries who are participating in the international business. So our next part is the importance of international business for the business firms, कि business firms के लिए इसके क्या benefit है. So first of all, prospects for the higher profits. International business जो है कंपैरेटिवली डोमेस्टिक बिजनेस से ज़्यादा बेनिफिशियल होते हैं, particularly when domestic prices are lower, and the firm can earn higher profit by selling their product in the foreign countries. Secondly, increase capacity utilization. The firm who have surplus production capacity can plan for more production and can use their unused production capacity. In this way, first of all, they will use their unused production capacity. On the other hand, they can enjoy the benefit of large scale production as an economy of scale also, right? And the third one is prospect for growth. International business is also a good option for the firm who want to growth in the even local market. These firms can improve prospects of growth by entering into the global market, right? And we have to intense the competition in the domestic market. अगर हम ये कहें कि कोई फर्म जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा टफ कंपटीशन लोकल मार्केट में फेस कर रही है, तो इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस में एंटर करके वो अपनी पोजीशन मार्केट में अच्छा बना सकती है, क्योंकि वो बिज़नेस जो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे भी बिज़नेस कर रहा है, बाहर कंट्रीज़ को एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है, उसकी इमेज लोकल मार्केट में भी अच्छी बन जाती है. द नेक्स्ट वन इज़ द इम्प्रूव्ड बिजनेस विजन. द मैनी फर्म एम्स एट द गेटिंग गुडविल इंटरनेशनली, यानी कि नेम एंड फेम. फॉर दीज फर्म्स, इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस इज the only way to achieve their target. So in this way, there are so many benefits to the business firms who are doing international business, right? So students, let's talk about the scope of the international business. When we talk about the scope of the international business, first of all, I will clear you that the international business is expanding day by day. And earlier the exporter used to export the only finished goods which they had purchased from their own country. And nowadays the scope of international business is not just limited to the export import, but it is expanding. The scope of the international business includes the following. Firstly, trading, I am telling you, export and import of goods, and there is a great rise in this type of the business. The units which are established for this purpose in India, export house, star trading houses, super trading houses, इस तरह की ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटीज़ कर रही हैं. इन जापान आप ये कहोगे इंटरनेशनल ट्रेडिंग हाउसेस डू द ट्रेडिंग ऑन द लार्ज स्केल, राइट? सो फॉर द फर्स्ट, ट्रेडिंग इज द फर्स्ट वे. Secondly, services. The role of service is also increasing day by day in international business. And services, you may tell about the tourism, transportation, banking, insurance, IT, counseling. These are the services now provided by the even foreign countries to us also. And the next one is the manufacturing and marketing. This category includes actually business which exports the self-manufactured products, and presently many multinational companies are doing business of this kind. And self-manufactured products they export, right? And the next one is the sourcing and marketing. Currently many of the MNC are doing this type of the activity, in which the company of one nation establishes its units in the some other country. The main purpose behind is to enjoy the benefit of cheap available resources in the local area. These companies sell their products and produce in some other country and back to their own country and even to the country where production units is established, right? यानी कि वहाँ पर वो सोर्सिंग भी करते हैं, उसकी मार्केटिंग भी करते हैं, मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करते. एंड आफ्टर दैट ग्लोबल सोर्सिंग फॉर प्रोडक्शन. दोज कंपनीज विच इम्पोर्ट नेसेसरली मटीरियल फ्रॉम द अदर नेशन न्यू फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ गुड्स are included under this. And to produce finished goods in their own country, some countries need some raw material from the other countries. The purpose behind this is to keep cost of production at its minimum level. एक्चुअली ये कंट्रीज क्या करते हैं कि रॉ मटेरियल उन कंट्रीज से खरीदती हैं जिन कंट्रीज में वो बहुत ज़्यादा अवेलेबल हो और वहाँ से कंपैरेटिवली लो प्राइसेस पे मिल जाता है. एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज़ द फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट, जिसको आप फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट भी कह सकते हैं. पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट भी दो तरह की होती है इन्वेस्टमेंट. एंड इसमें हम फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ को इनवाइट करेंगे अपनी कंट्रीज़ में बिजनेस में लिए. लाइक देयर आर टू वेज. इसमें एक फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा कि फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स जो होंगे वो प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटीज़ में ही हमारी कंट्रीज़ में आके पैसा लगा रहे हैं, लाइक फैक्ट्रीज़ में कहीं पार्टनरशिप लगा के इस तरह से. एंड जैसे MNCs के थ्रू कह सकते हो आप. एंड पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है आपका ये क्या है कि आप क्या करते हो कि फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स उन कंपनीज़ में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं जो दूसरी कंट्रीज़ के हैं, उनके शेयर्स खरीद के कंपनीज़ के शेयर्स परचेज करते हैं, प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटीज़ में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं. दैट इज़ द बेसिकली डिफरेंस फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट, राइट. सो this is the topic of international business that we are going to do in this week, right. And the remaining part of this chapter is deleted now. Only this portion or these topics which I have covered today, that will come from this chapter in the exam. Remaining topics are deleted now, right. So our chapter is completed now. Have a good day and goodbye. Stay home, be safe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.